John Hayes. Order now. Now look, the level of interjection has got too high. I didn't want to interrupt the honourable member's speech, but just a continual barrage of sound is not acceptable. John Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The crowd over there is shouting their heads off. Why? Because they don't want this country to hear the good news about John Key and the jobs that he's creating. That's what's going on. I can tell you I was in my electorate in the Wairarapa on Monday, carting around a Russian. He was Russia's equivalent of David Frost. His name was Sergei Brylev. And I took him to Cam Stewart's dairy farm in Tiori near Masterton, and I said, as Sergei was watching 700 cows being milked by one man, and I said to Cam, what do you think of this bugger Key? Do you think he's doing a decent job? And Cam said to me, John, he is brilliant. I voted for him and I'm going to vote for him again. Why? Because he knows what he's doing. He is managing this country astutely. He's fiscally savvy, John. We're going to vote for him because he's creating jobs. And why would anybody leave this country? Why would these people be saying there are 50,000 people leaving this country? Because they can see this opposition and they think, what a pack of losers. Why would you stay here and look after these carry-ons? Mr. Speaker, John Key is about creating jobs. That's what he's doing, and he's doing it in my electorate because he has created the fiscal responsibility to do that. If I think about, Mr. Speaker, if I think about someone like Danny Burke, if under Helen Clark's administration, a company called Origi had to close down, lost all its workers. Well, along came Alan Benbow from Metalform in Danny Burke, and now there are 100 employees in that plant, and they're doing all manner of things. What's more, Benbow and his company called Metalform has exported about manufactured in Danny Burke, financial capital, manufacturing capital of the Southern Hemisphere. They've manufactured over 1,000 wheelchairs, which they've exported to the States, $25,000 each. Under Helen Clark, what happened in Northwood in our area? We had a sock and jersey making factory. What happened under Helen Clark? It closed. Jobs lost. What's happened under John Key? Northwood is producing again and they're back up making socks and they've got 10 employees. Why are they doing it? Because John Key and Bill English are doing a really good job. Why will people stay in this country? Because we've got good public services. What happened when I became a Member of Parliament in 2005? 30% of the constituents that came to my office in Masterton were complaining about the lack of health services. What has Tony Ryle done? I don't get one a year now because Tony Ryle and the local DHB Chief Bob Francis, who are doing a superb job along with Leanne Southey, they are creating an environment where really good services are being provided to the Masterton community. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, when I see what's going on in areas like Greytown, where I live, where under Helen Clark the Boozaid and Ballabin factory closed, what has happened now under the leadership of John Key and the financial situations he has created, we've now got ourselves a new supermarket employing 50 people, 50 new jobs, Mr. Speaker. Why are people wanting to work and come off benefits in this country? I'll tell you why, Mr. Speaker. Because the after-tax wage is up 20% since 2008. Mr. Speaker, we have the lowest inflation rate, 1.3% since 1999, meaning the everyday cost of living is going up more slowly, the slowest rate in 12 years. Interest rates, as my colleague Maurice Williamson said, are the lowest rates in 45 years. People are paying off their mortgages. Under John Key, we've moved from spending $1.10, that was the heritage from Helen Clark and her colleagues, $1.10 for every dollar earned. What are we spending now? 98 cents. People are saving. They're paying off their mortgages. Mr. Speaker, we have created 60,000 new jobs in this economy in the past 2 years. 3/4 of income are paying no more than 17.5% tax. Speaking of tax, do we remember that government back in 2009 and that fellow Nash, was it, their finance spokesman at the time, talking about how dairy farmers paid no more tax than pensioners. Well, what use did that do? It got them voted out of office, Mr Speaker. I am very proud to get up and stand and support this John Key government. He is doing a superb job for the people in the Wairarapa.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Mr Speaker, that was the member for Wairarapa, and if there